Welcome back, radiant soul of Leo. I'm Luna, and if these words have found you on this very day, May 17th, 2025, trust that it is not a coincidence. The universe has been whispering through the winds of change, and you, dear Leo, are standing right at the threshold of something extraordinary. I can feel it in your field. That subtle disorientation, the dizziness that's not quite physical, the fatigue that doesn't seem to come from exertion. These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of transformation. Your energy is being restructured. Your soul is adjusting its frequency in preparation for a powerful shift. This is not the time to resist the current. I know how tempting it is. The Leo within you wants to lead, to shape, to control the storm. But today, I'm asking you to soften, to release the grip. Because what's approaching isn't something you can command into form. It's something you're meant to receive. There is a higher intelligence moving through your life right now, and it knows the way far better than your mind can chart. The task is to follow the pull of what truly lights you up, not what is expected of you, not what has always been, but what sets your spirit ablaze with purpose. In just a moment, we'll dive into your cards, into love, money, destiny, and the secret wisdom the cosmos is offering you today. But first, take a breath with me, a deep one, because this is not just another day in your life. This is a portal, and I'm here, as always, to walk with you through it. Let's begin. Now let's turn to the realm of money and fortune, Leobi. Because the energy surrounding your finances today is shifting, and it's doing so in your favor. There's a quiet yet undeniable momentum building beneath the surface. Even if things have felt stagnant, delayed, or uncertain in recent weeks, today marks the beginning of a new current, one that's moving you toward expansion and opportunity. The wheel of fortune has turned, and you're beginning to glimpse the light at the end of what may have felt like a long, winding tunnel. Unexpected doors may open. A conversation, a chance meeting, a delayed payment, or an idea that had been shelved could suddenly reappear with renewed potential. These aren't random events. They are divinely orchestrated alignments responding to your inner shifts. But with this rise in fortune comes responsibility. The Emperor's energy reminds us that discipline is just as important as desire. This is not the time to spend impulsively or act on fleeting excitement. Now is the time to plan, to prioritize, and to protect your vision for long-term stability. The energy is ripe for investment, not only financially, but in yourself. The more strategic you are now, the greater the harvest down the road. And there's more. The Ace of Cups, while traditionally a symbol of love and emotional renewal, also whispers a sacred message in your money reading, that financial gain can and should be aligned with emotional fulfillment. That project you've been pouring your heart into, that path that feels less safe but more aligned, it could lead to both prosperity and peace. Don't dismiss the importance of joy in your pursuit of abundance. The more your work aligns with your soul, the more naturally wealth will flow. A gentle caution, though. The moon still lingers in your spread, reminding you not to fall prey to illusions or get swept away by promises that feel too good to be true. Let clarity lead. Let intuition be your compass. Ask the hard questions. Investigate the fine print. Your discernment is your greatest asset right now. As for your lucky numbers, keep them close today. 11, 22, 34, 46, 58, and 70. These are not just numbers. They are energetic doorways, reminders from the universe that magic is not only possible, it is active, present, and reaching for you now. Now let's talk about your path in work and career, Leo. And today's astrology brings a powerful undercurrent of momentum. On May 17th, 2025, the Sun continues its journey through steady Taurus, forming supportive aspects that stabilize your ambitions while urging you to build something lasting. This isn't a fleeting spark, it's the slow, grounded flame of purpose, asking you to take real ownership of your future. You're being called to lead, not wait. With the sun illuminating your 10th house of reputation and achievement, the message is clear. Step up and shape the legacy you're meant to create. You may feel a pull toward taking charge of a project, asserting your authority in a team, or finally embracing a role that reflects the full power of your vision. This is not the time to doubt your capacity. You were not born to follow, and the universe knows that. The energy today is asking, where in your career have you been playing small, and where is it time to rise? Meanwhile, with Mercury recently direct and stabilizing in Aries, you may also notice conversations and decisions that had once stalled are now picking up speed. Job offers, leadership roles, or new directions could suddenly re-enter your field. This is especially true if you've been contemplating a pivot, something more aligned with your soul's calling rather than just your resume. The astrology is opening a gate, but you must be the one to walk through it. And yet, this isn't about rushing. Saturn in Pisces still casts a quiet influence, reminding you that real success is not built overnight. It's born from integrity, patience, and emotional intelligence. If a big decision is looming, such as a career shift, a bold pitch, or an opportunity that demands risk, take a moment to ground yourself. Feel into whether this path feeds your long-term vision, not just your short-term validation. The stars are aligning for a shift, but they are asking for presence, not pressure. So today, Leo, let your ambition be guided by clarity, not fear. Don't wait for someone else to offer you permission. You have cosmic backing now, and the stage is quietly being set for you to rise. Let's enter the sacred garden of your heart now, Leo, because the sky on May 17th, 2025 is humming with quiet yet transformative romantic energy. Under the soft glow of the moon in Pisces, your emotional body becomes more porous, more sensitive, and more attuned to the whispers of both longing and love. This is a day where you may feel unusually tender, nostalgic, or even dreamy when it comes to matters of the heart. And that's not by accident. The universe is drawing your attention inward, to the places where love still lives, waits, or aches to be expressed more fully. If you're currently in a relationship, today's alignments may bring a subtle yet powerful shift. The moon forms a harmonious trine to Mars in Cancer, activating the emotional undercurrents of your bonds. You may feel a stronger urge to protect what you love, or to finally speak a truth you've been carrying for too long. It could be a moment of reckoning or renewal. Questions may arise. Are we truly aligned in where we're going? Are we nurturing each other, or just orbiting out of habit? And while these reflections may feel uncomfortable at first, they're ultimately liberating. This is a time for courageous honesty, not to destroy but to deepen. Relationships built on real emotional safety will grow stronger now. Those built on illusion may begin to dissolve, and that, too, is a gift. For my single Leos, the energy is equally potent, though it may show up more like a whisper than a knock. With Venus dancing through Gemini and the moon casting its spell from Pisces, your capacity to attract connection today is heightened. But it's not about appearances, it's about vibration. You may find yourself drawn to someone unexpectedly, perhaps someone who feels oddly familiar, as if you've met them in a dream or a past life. Keep your heart open. Love may not enter with fireworks, but rather with the gentle feeling of finally exhaling into something real. This is a day where romance carries a spiritual undertone, a reminder that love is more than chemistry. It's a mirror, a frequency, a mirror of self-recognition. The stars encourage you to drop the mask, release the performance, and just be. Whether you're expressing affection, initiating a meaningful conversation, or simply letting someone know you care, let it come from a place of truth, not expectation. And remember, Leo, sometimes love doesn't arrive in the form of another. Sometimes it arrives as a deeper intimacy with yourself, the part of you that knows your worth, your longing, your capacity to feel, and your desire to be truly seen. Today is a beautiful day to water those roots. So whether you're healing, connecting, or calling something new in, know this: the energy of May 17th is weaving threads of possibility all around you. Let love in all its quiet, transformative forms find you. You don't need to chase it. You only need to open. Now let's turn inward, Leo, to the quiet yet vital terrain of your health. And on this day, May 17th, 2025, the stars urge you to pay particular attention to the connection between your emotional well-being and your physical state. With the moon floating through the deeply intuitive sign of Pisces, forming harmonious aspects with both Mars and Uranus, there is a clear message being delivered through your body. What you feel, you also carry. The stress you've been suppressing, the emotions you've been deflecting, the unresolved tension in your heart, they don't simply disappear. They store themselves quietly, subtly, in your nervous system, your muscles, your breath. You may notice today that even simple tasks feel more draining than usual. Perhaps there's a heaviness in your chest, a tightness in your shoulders, a sense of fatigue that can't be fixed with just another cup of coffee. That's not laziness. It's your body asking you to slow down, to listen, to tend to your inner world with the same attention you often give to your goals and responsibilities. Because real vitality doesn't come from pushing harder, it comes from restoring balance, from integrating your emotions instead of overriding them. This is a beautiful day to gift yourself moments of gentle stillness. Whether through meditation, breath work, a walk in nature, or simply sitting in silence without distraction, you are being encouraged to return to yourself. Healing isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's found in the smallest acts of presence, like putting your hand on your heart and asking, "What do I need today?" and listening without judgment. If you've been carrying burdens you haven't spoken aloud, a lingering grief, a silent anxiety, or a tension in your relationships, this is also a time for emotional release. A heart-to-heart conversation, journaling your feelings, or even crying without needing to explain why can be profoundly healing now. The energy of the day supports vulnerability, not as weakness, but as medicine. Also, Leo, consider how your routines support or sabotage your energy. Are you sleeping enough? Drinking enough water? Taking breaks when your body asks for them? The planets are gently nudging you to recommit to yourself, not through rigid discipline, but through loving care. What you nourish today will bloom in the days ahead, and that includes your own well-being. So above all else, remember, your body is not separate from your emotions. It is their most sacred messenger, and today it's asking not for perfection, but for presence. Treat it like the temple it is, and you'll feel the difference, not just in your strength, but in your soul. When it comes to family and friendships today, Leo, the energy surrounding you carries a quiet gravity, the kind that invites responsibility, but also offers the potential for deep healing. You may find yourself naturally stepping into the role of mediator, protector, or guide within your closest circles. Not because others expect it of you, but because your heart knows it's time. There may be conversations long overdue, emotions that have been sitting just beneath the surface, or patterns repeating that you can no longer ignore. This isn't about control or proving your strength, it's about showing up with clarity and compassion. You may be the one today who sees through the noise, who understands both sides of a conflict, or who has the courage to say what others cannot. And in doing so, you create space for others to soften, to speak their truth, and to begin again. You're not just managing relationships, you're transforming them. And it's also possible that someone in your family or friend group needs support but doesn't know how to ask for it. Pay attention to what's unsaid. A small act of kindness, a message sent without reason, or even just sitting in quiet presence beside someone can be more healing than any grand gesture. This is a time for reconnection, not through pressure, but through presence. You may feel a deeper calling to reevaluate the boundaries in your personal life as well. Who nourishes your spirit and who drains it? Who do you feel safe with, and where do you shrink to keep the peace? These questions matter now, because as much as today supports healing and unity, it also empowers you to redefine what family and friendship mean to you, not based on tradition, but based on truth. So if the opportunity arises to lead, to listen, or to lovingly detach from what no longer serves, trust yourself to know what's needed. This is your heart's domain, Leo. And today, your courage isn't just changing your world. It's quietly mending the hearts of those around you. Now, let's close with a look at your cosmic connections and the subtle influence of color in your energy field today, Leo. In terms of zodiac compatibility, today's skies reveal fascinating alignments that may bring certain signs closer to your heart, while others may challenge your growth in important ways. Fellow fire signs Aries and Sagittarius resonate effortlessly with your bold, passionate nature. With them, there's no need to dim your light. You inspire one another to rise, take risks, and live life with full-hearted conviction. These connections feel like kindling, warm, wild, and alive with possibility. You may also find emotional harmony today with water signs like Cancer and Pisces. Their depth softens your fire, helping you reconnect with your own emotional undercurrent. Cancer brings comfort, protection, and a nurturing energy that allows your inner child to feel safe. Pisces, on the other hand, stirs your imagination and helps you explore love in more poetic, spiritual dimensions. These pairings may not always be loud, but they offer the kind of nourishment that grounds your soul. On the other side of the wheel, certain signs may require more patience and understanding today. With Taurus and Virgo, there may be a clash between your desire for spontaneity and their preference for practicality and control. These differences can lead to tension if not met with respect, but they also hold the potential for balance if you're willing to meet each other halfway. Likewise, Gemini and Aquarius might challenge your need for emotional consistency. Their minds move fast. Their energy can be detached, and while they may intrigue you, they may not always provide the depth you're craving now. Don't force understanding. Let the space between you speak, and honor your emotional truth above all. As for your lucky color, Leo, today the universe is cloaking you in gold, not just as a hue, but as a frequency. Gold represents abundance, success, confidence, and sacred illumination. It activates your solar energy, amplifies your natural magnetism, and reminds you of the royalty you were born to embody. Whether you wear it, visualize it, or simply surround yourself with its glow, let this color be your silent affirmation. I am worthy of prosperity, and I walk in the light of my own power. So as you move through the day, in love, in leadership, in the quiet moments between, know that you are guided, supported, and more radiant than ever. Let gold crown your energy, and let alignment lead your connections. And so, Leo, as we come to the close of today's journey together, I want you to take a moment, just one, to breathe into everything you've felt. The insights, the shifts, the stirrings deep within your chest. These aren't just words from the stars. They're reminders from your soul. Reminders that you are not behind, not broken, not lost. You are becoming. And today, the universe is gently guiding you back to your own inner truth. I know this phase hasn't been easy. The pressure to stay strong, the weight of expectations, the silent longing for something more. I feel it with you. But I also see your resilience, your light, that quiet fire you carry behind your eyes, even when the world can't see it. And today, that light is rising again. Let go of who you were yesterday. Let go of the noise around you, and meet yourself here, in this moment, with softness. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay open. The path ahead is unfolding, and it's more beautiful than you can yet imagine. I'm Luna, and it's always an honor to walk beside you. If today's message touched something inside you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you'd like more guidance like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me here again tomorrow. Because Leo, your story is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. Keep shining. Always.